One of the problems, I think, of our modern age is that too much Dhamma. So much Dhamma that you get really confused. So just keep it easy. Four Noble Truths, Eightfold Path. Keep it simple. And if you keep it simple, it's much easier. Unfortunately, and I get into trouble, but I've already in enough trouble. So one of the nice things about being a heretic is once you've already been a heretic, you can say whatever you like because it doesn't make any difference anymore. So one of the heretical things I say is the Buddha never taught Abhidhamma. Nice, easy. That's what do you mean? Oh, that's very clear. Now everybody knows that. Look in the first council, in all the records in the Pali Tripitaka, in the Vinaya Pitaka, in the Agamas, they say that it was Upali recited the Vinaya, and Ananda recited the Pancha Nikaya. That's all. Pancha Nikaya. What's the Pancha Nikaya? Digha Nikaya, Majjhima Nikaya, Samyutta Nikaya, Anguttara Nikaya, Khuddaka Nikaya. We've still got the 5 Nikayas today, and that's what it actually says. No actually mention of Abhidhamma whatsoever. It's just not there. So number 2 is actually what the Abhidhamma used to be. There's this lovely sutta in the Majjhima Nikaya, the Gudisana Sutta, and there the Buddha said, it's all about forest monks. Gudisana was a forest monk. We're forest monks. And what forest monks should do, even though you're a forest monk living very simply, you should still respect everybody else, you should still know your Vinaya. In fact, as a forest monk, you should really know Abhivinaya and Abhidhamma. It's the only place in the sutras they mention Abhidhamma. And it's the sort of thing which the forest monk should know more than anybody else. And what do you mean forest monks? You have to have decided that for years in the city temples. Because in the original teaching of the Buddha, the Abhidhamma was actually in here. It's the essence, the sort of stuff which will explain the deeper teachings of Buddhism, the deeper part of non-self or suffering, the sort of stuff you've been listening to here. Not the stuff which is in the books over there. So it's great to be able to know that. So that gets too much. It gets so much that people get confused. And so that's the reason why they don't get enlightened. Keep it simple. And number 3, I already mentioned that great book, A.K. Warder's Indian Buddhism. The language used in the Abhidhamma, you can compare it to, the Indians were writing a lot of stuff, so you can actually see that language, those concepts, they didn't arise until a couple of centuries after the time of the Buddha. So even the language shows you it's much later. That's great relief. You don't have to study all of that very, very difficult stuff. You have to be like a professor to learn the Abhidhamma sometimes, it's so complex. Keep it simple. 4 Noble Truths, Eightfold Path. Meditate, that's all the gunpowder you need. So keep it going. So I'm a heretic and I'm proud of it. But sometimes it's great as a monk, as a Westerner, we're courageous enough to say that. So many monks know that, but they don't say it. The evidence is compelling.